What is going on, everybody? Last night, UFC 277 went down, and it was headlined by Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena 2. Amanda Nunes, the Lioness, put on a dominant, unanimous decision performance. She reclaimed her champ status, her women's bantamweight crown, but after the fight was concluded, we had none other than the flyweight queen, Valentina Shevchenko, accusing Amanda Nunes of copying her stand-up. This is interesting, but before we get started, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Don't be a baby back bagel biting beta male, because you know what time it is. It's full-time MMA. That's right, last night, Valentina Shevchenko accused Amanda Nunes of copying her stand-up style in her performance against Juliana Pena. Amanda Nunes is responding to that, and she's saying, why is she over there talking on the couch? She lost her last fight. If you didn't see Valentina Shevchenko's last fight, she was getting out-grappled, and some people think she may have lost that fight, if not for Valentina Shevchenko landing an illegal headbutt that broke Talia Santos's orbital bone. Even Daniel Cormier, another one of the greatest fighters of all time, believes that Shevchenko would have lost that fight if not for the illegal headbutt. So Amanda Nunes is not just talking out of her ass here. There's multiple people, credible people, who feel the same way. Now, with that being said, one of the reasons I also wanted to talk about this was because I think we might be moving toward, and I think it might be a great time for the trilogy, Nunes vs. Shevchenko 3. Now, both of these ladies have seemed human recently. We've seen Juliana Pena beat Amanda Nunes, made her look human. We've seen Talia Santos looking phenomenal against Shevchenko, made her look human. Before that, both of these women were just levels above, leagues above all of these other females. It was Amanda Nunes number 1A and Valentina Shevchenko number 1B, and then everybody else. These two women are clearly two of the best female fighters to ever do it. Amanda Nunes was able to get the nod in both of their fights, but there's always been critics of Amanda Nunes that believe Shevchenko won the last fight. They've been calling for this trilogy the day after that Nunes won. So this trilogy has been kind of possible, even though Nunes won them both. But now we're 5 years removed, and both of these ladies look human. And I think Valentina Shevchenko stands a chance. Now, Nunes looked like herself last night. She looked like a beast. And if you compare Nunes' most recent performance, not the loss, but her most recent dominant win over Juliana Pena, to Shevchenko's controversial win, split decision over Talia Santos, you might still give the nod to Nunes. But what I'm saying is I would still love to see that fight. Not only could they build this fight, and Shevchenko, look what she said, bro. They could build this fight, but both of these women look human. Valentina Shevchenko is not pulling any punches. She said it looks like Amanda Nunes decided to fully copy my stand-up game. Great fight, ladies. She's saying Nunes is fully copying her. She's throwing shade. So that's interesting, considering her last performance was somewhat subpar when you can compare it to Valentina Shevchenko's whole career. She's just been a dominant force. Aside from everyone not named Amanda Nunes, Valentina Shevchenko just puts on the master classes. And it looks like she might be ready for that trilogy. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think it's time to see Shevchenko versus Nunes 3? I think Valentina Shevchenko can really, this now more than ever. We've seen them both look human, but I really think that Valentina Shevchenko does have a chance to win that third fight if it happens. And saying stuff like this on Twitter, accusing Nunes of copying her style, that's how you build a fight. That's how you generate interest. And so Valentina Shevchenko is doing the right thing if she does want to one day become that champ. If she does want to hold two belts at the same time, something very few champions have been able to do. Now, with Nunes having the title, it's going to be more difficult. If Pena would have won, Shevchenko definitely had a more feasible way to get to the title. But like I said, I think that if they had that trilogy, that Shevchenko's got a chance of winning, because Shevchenko, I believe, is still that much better than Juliana Pena, and we've seen what Juliana Pena was able to do. She beat Nunes once, and even last night, even though it ended up being a dominant, unanimous decision, she definitely had her moments. Amanda Nunes still looked human at times in that octagon, and with that being said, I wouldn't be mad if the UFC booked this fight. Especially if these ladies keep it up and Shevchenko is talking her shit and building the fight and selling the fight.